So good morning, everybody. Welcome to Gentle Yoga. I am Judy, and I'm glad whatever time that you are able to jump on this, whether it's live or afterwards. I'm glad that you did. Get a nice way to be able to stretch your body, move it some in a fashion that is good for you, and just getting some of those kinks worked out as we are completing the month of April. So happy last day of April. Tomorrow is officially May Day. So I know I'm probably going to be jumping out and getting some yard work done, or actually some planting done, making some of my planters look very pretty, because I have not done that yet. So I am looking forward to being able to spend some time digging in the dirt and getting it underneath my fingernails, especially since my other nails are really gone. So that said, happy Thursday. A little cool outside, but an opportunity to be able to get out and go for a walk a little bit later. Since the sun is out, it's not raining, so get some fresh air and also getting the body movement there and enjoying Mother Nature. With that, we'll just get started here first. So we're just going to come onto our mats, sitting nice and comfortably so far, just legs crossed lightly. Hands can come onto the knees or the legs someplace so the shoulders are relaxed and down. And I just want you to take a nice breath in, lengthening the spine. Exhale, begin to stack that spine over your hips as you breathe out. Next breath in, we're just going to move the head back slightly so we're aligning the neck. So bring those ears back and exhale out. So we're just going to take a few breaths right here. And let it go. We'll start by just breathing in through the nose and then out through the nose. This allows your body just to start to settle down a little bit. And as your breath moves in, I want you to not only feel like it's moving the belly and up, but also opening the sides of the body, so we're creating more space for it. So you feel like the rib cages are expanding, and then breath out. Now with this, you can also breathe out through the mouth. Allowing any of the places that might have not been getting some of that fresh oxygen released. Let's do two more. And good morning. One more like that. Big breath in. Exhale through the mouth. And this time I want you to breathe in. I want you to roll those shoulders back. Lift the chin up. As you breathe out, roll forward, dropping chin towards chest, rounding that back, and then roll it back up as you inhale, lifting up. Exhale, come forward. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up. One more, come forward. Inhale, lift up. And from here, we're just going to start moving to the side. So we're going to come to the right, roll forward, and back up. And then we'll do that again. So just rolling to the right, dropping that chest forward, rolling the shoulders from side to side, and then back up. We'll do two more going to the right. And then we'll take our time going to the left. So same thing, just releasing through that lower back and spine. Exhale. And then inhale. Let's do two more. And last time. Let's bring the hands to the side. We're going to take that right arm, reach it up overhead, stretching and lengthening here. And as you exhale, gently move across. Coming into a nice easy side bend. Your left arm can be bent and relaxed. Breathe in, find your rib cage. Breathe in, find it, open it up. Exhale out through the mouth. Let's do one more like that. Breathe in. You might feel your arm begin to extend as you exhale through the mouth. And then let's switch. So right hand comes down. Inhale to reach the left arm up. Exhale to come into your side bend first. Find where you want to be. Then big inhale into the rib cage. Exhale. Inhale again. Exhale. One more time. And slowly bring that hand down. Let's walk them in front. So just lengthen it forward a little bit. It's not too far because we're completely warmed up yet. So we're just trying to lengthen from the tailbone all the way up to the shoulders, giving that a little bit of space. And we'll walk the hands over to the right. Same thing, we're going to stay high. Again, eyes are a little bit forward so that neck stays in alignment, and then we'll walk it to the left. Find our way back to the center. Come back up to seated. Release those feet, and let's roll through those ankles. So we've been cross-legged for a few minutes, so let's just loosen it up. Release through the ankles, let go of some of those crackles. Squish the toes, contract them, and then stretch them out, and then change the direction. We're trying to give those toes some movement, as well as the ankles, and then flex the feet, and then point, flex, and point. And let's do that one more time. Nice. Let them relax. Now that we've taken the tension out of that, I just want you to roll them out. Bring them back and roll those toes towards each other. Back to neutral. Let them fall open. And we still want to keep the upper body in good alignment, and then back to neutral, and then drop them towards each other. So we're feeling through the hip flexors as we roll open, and then also back in. You might find there's a little more tightness in one spot or another. Take the feet around to the side. We're going to come up onto all fours. So from here, cat-cow, just to release a little bit more. You can tuck those toes so they stretch out a little bit. I want to take a nice breath in, lift the chin up. Let the shoulders relax down. Exhale, rounding the spine, chin to chest. Breath in, we lift up once again. Big breath out, coming into cat stretch. Let's do two more. Inhale. Exhale. And last time. Exhale. Let's come to a nice neutral back. You can release those toes. I want you to take the right arm and the left leg and extend them so that left foot can step back lightly. Find your stability, and then we're just going to try and lift off the ground. Now, if you want, flex the foot so the toes are pointing to the floor. That will help with keeping the hips level. Start to engage the core with this, and then bring it in. Let's try the other side. So, left arm, right leg. Find here, find that balance, and then slowly lift it off. We can flex that foot, toes pointing to the floor. This also helps to engage the entire leg to help you support it as it's off the ground and bring it in. Make it back, your way back to child's pose if you'd like. Knees come wider, toes together, and just sit back. And from here, I just want you to move your hips. You can just rock them from side to side. You can move it forward, and maybe small circles, whatever you feel that your hips need. Just go in the directions that it feels like it's just starting to open up a little bit. And then stretch into child's pose. Let the head drop slowly between the arms as we relax them. And as we slide forward onto all fours, we're going to tuck those toes. Walk the hands a little bit farther in front if you'd like. So we're going to come into downward facing dog. So as you tuck the toes, knees lift off the ground, and as those hips pick up, we start to lengthen the legs, push the hips back, and allow your head to just drop between the arms, downward facing dog. From here, we're going to take that right leg, lift it up to a three-legged dog. We're going to bend the foot and just open it a little bit to try and stretch out those hips. Then come back to three-legged dog and lower it down. Left foot comes up. I'm going to bend at the knee, just trying to open that hip a little bit. Back to three-legged dog and down to the ground. We're going to walk the feet out. So just pedal them out. One heel lifts as the other one comes down. And then slowly walk your feet towards the front of your mat. Keeping those legs bent as we step in. Feet under hips, we fold forward. Now from here, if you'd like, we can come into ragdoll. So as you relax the arms, you can keep them on the floor, or as ragdoll, bringing the hands across to the opposite elbows and allowing gravity to just gently open up the spine, softening through your shoulders. But if that's too much, so just lightly support yourself on the floor. If you want, you can just gently rock from here side to side. So we're going to work on some rotation today. Probably aren't doing enough of that with as much sitting and things that we're going. So we'll add some different rotations as we move through our practice this morning. So slide hands to shins, long flat back. Soften the shoulders down and away. Take a couple breaths here, since we were hanging forward, just to make sure that the head comes above the heart. And then one more time, we're going to walk the hands up above the knees and just come up a little higher. And then slowly into mountain pose. And go back. All right, let's bend the knees, come forward. We fold. Breath in, hands to shins. Exhale, drop those hips down, hands to heart, chair pose. We're going to take your right hand, cross it over your left. You can bring the left hand around the back and just give it a gentle twist. And pushing through those feet, come all the way back up to extended mountain. Exhale and fold once again. As we inhale, we find tabletop, lengthening. As you exhale, we come back to our chair pose, hands to heart. Cross the left hand over, right hand behind the back as you just gently twist to your right. Release the hands, slide them all the way up to extended mountain. Exhale and fold. Inhale to flat back. Exhale to fold one more time. And we're going to take that left foot and step it back. So we're going to start to set up warrior two. You need to walk your right foot forward, hands to thigh, keeping that leg bent. And then we're going to open. Left foot is turned out, knee is stacked over your front ankle and down the middle of your foot. Well, just roll the shoulders and you're going to feel your left hip open as well. And then just start to reach. That's it. With your exhale, just allow your shoulders to soften on down. Just start to lower the hands down. Bring the palms together and back up to heart. Now from here, we're going to do something a little bit different. I just want you to gently start to turn towards your back foot. So just an easy little twist. Moving it back to center. And slowly straighten that leg out. Now from here, we're going to come forward. Reach forward, hand to thigh. And then if you'd like to rock your left hand or your right hand down onto the leg, left arm can reach up for triangle pose. It's a little bit different. Hand can come to the hip or behind the back. We turn, we want to try and bring that left shoulder up towards the ceiling. So we're trying to open once again, just like we did in Warrior Two. And try and keep that bottom hand light. Now if you've got a block, you can add that block to it, or you can come up higher, bend the knee a little bit. If you need to just come here, that's fine. We're going to find our way back to Warrior Two. So head drops so that you can watch. Right leg bends. We push back up, find your Warrior Two. Hands come on down. Let's straighten the right leg out so we can turn both toes in so they face each other. Walk it in just a little bit. Hands to the back of the hip. Now I want you to squeeze the glutes, push the hips back, and open your chest. Let that chest and shoulders, we get so tight across where the chest and shoulders meet. So as we roll the shoulders back, allow some open space. Warrior One will also do this for us. And slowly bringing yourself up, chin forward. Let's come into Warrior Two to the left. So we're just going to turn the left foot out. Bend it. Roll the hips. Just check that knee. Just give it a little inside of the leg press. And release the arms. As you just breathe, I just want you to feel yourself anchor into your Warrior Two. Maybe move the shoulders back a little bit so that the back leg picks up some of the weight instead of using it all on the front. Slowly lower the hands down, bring the palms together and back up to center. Now here we're going to add that little twist. So I want you to just turn towards your right leg. Just a little. Breathe. By using that breath, so once again, it's also expanding the rib cage. As we come back to center, we let's just straighten that leg out. Now we're going to turn first a little bit. We're going to rotate those hips just enough so that we can come forward and drop the hand down. Now if you need to move the feet in a little bit, that's fine. Take that left hand down to the leg, and we're going to come back to our triangle pose. So from here, you can start with the hand at the hip, and I just want you to roll your right hip back up and shoulder here. And again, if you're comfortable with bringing it all the way up, that's where we're going. find that you need to create more of a bend here, that's fine. If you're comfortable with bringing that block in, as you're building on this, then that's where the block goes. Just supporting that left hand. Instead of the leg being on the leg, it's on your block. One more breath. Exhale, we begin to look down. Then the left leg, find your warrior two. It's about having that lower body strength so the upper body can open. And we straighten the left leg out to walk the feet in, hands to hips. Okay, once again, opening the upper body. Just roll the shoulders back, squeeze through the glutes so you're also opening up through your hip flexors. Let those shoulders drop down. Let them create some space. And as the chin comes forward, hips go back. We're going to walk those feet in. Now from here, we're just going to work, and I know my dun 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 dun. Try to find where you can see my head. Feet are together. If you need to, they can be apart, but what we're going to do is just lift both heels off the ground. So hands are going to be by your side, palms open. We're going to just lift the heels off the ground a little bit. So you want those feet closer so that the knees can start to squeeze towards each other. That's going to help you with your balance. And then bring it back down. If you need to, let's pick up the left heel first. Just flexing those toes, bring it back. Right toe, bring it back. And then one more time, we're just going to lift both heels together. So again, it doesn't have to be very far off the ground. You can start low. And then ease it up a little bit as you feel comfortable. Engage your legs so that they're just gently squeezing a little bit towards each other. They're not really turning, but you just feel like they're trying to press towards each other, creating that tension, that isometric tension, and lower the heels down. Good. Take a big breath in. Exhale, let's fold so feet can come apart once again. Let's come into downward facing dog. So walk the feet out one more time. Just pedal those feet out. And then bringing both heels down together. We're going to move forward towards a plank position and then drop the knees to the ground. So from here, I want you to take your whichever leg you have that's closest to me. I'm going to use my right leg so that I can twist towards you. So we're into a kneeling lunge. Right hand comes to the thigh. So whatever hand is closest to the leg that's stepped forward is what you want. Press that hand into the thigh to lift the upper body. And then as you exhale, I want you to twist gently towards that leg. Back leg is going to be just planted on the ground, angled so that you can just open up that hip flexor. Use that block if you need it to be higher on the inside of your foot so that other hand is not stressing. Two more breaths right here. Nice breath in. Exhale. One more time. Exhale. Now as you breathe in, staying here. And as you exhale, we begin to straighten that leg out. Now you can walk the hands. Now it can stay bent. You can just you need to lift the toes off the ground. We're just coming into a stretch right through the calves and the hamstrings. So just breathe. Use your block or blocks. then come forward, let that foot land. You're bending the leg once again. We're going to slide it out to the side. And we're just opening it up. So we're trying to press that foot into the ground. Hands either on the block or your mat. And just a nice inner thigh stretch. Back is flat. Neck is neutral. And then slowly slide that foot back. Now I'm going to just rotate to the other side so I can see you. You guys can see me. And then this time we're going to bring that left leg forward. So just bring it there, whatever way is going to work. We're going to bring that left hand to the thigh. We'll take a nice breath in, press into that thigh to lift the upper body. And as you exhale, we twist towards that leg. Again, if you've got your block and you want to use that to press with your hand, you can put it whatever height what feels comfortable for you today. You might find that you can sink your hips a little lower as you start to get more comfortable in this lunge twist. Maybe not. One more breath. Let it go. Inhaling. And as we exhale, we begin to release and just come back into our hamstring. Walking the hands back, bringing your block if you need to. Toes can lift off the ground so that we're stretching through the calf and the hamstrings. And again, if it needs to be bent, then if the leg stays bent, that's where you can go. As we're back here, I also want you to feel like your core is activating to support that lower back. So it doesn't feel like your lower back is beginning to sag. That's important for keeping that lower back stability. And then gently bend that foot. You're going to walk the hands in and just going to slide it to the side. So once again, and you can come onto your fists instead of the hands. You can use both blocks. You come into a nice flat back, just like we would if we were doing all fours. And then gently sliding your foot all the way back. We're going to come to seated. So I'm just going to move the blocks aside. We're going to bring those hips down. We're going to bring the legs all the way forward and we'll start in butterfly. Now here, if you start to feel like your hips are tight and you do have those blocks, I want you to just pop them up behind you and sit on them. Those tight hips can give them a little bit more space. It doesn't feel like they're straining quite as much, and this is a great option. So let's take a nice breath in, lifting the chest. Let's lengthen that spine and stack shoulders over hips once again. And bring the chin up. And then let it go. Let that breath go. As we breathe right here, do you notice where if you're holding on to any tension that might be through the neck, the upper mid-back, someplace. If we take another breath, we're just going to open the arms up. As we exhale, we're going to move to the right. So we're going to bring that right hand across to that left knee. I'm sorry, the left hand to the right knee. Blah. Now I want you to keep the spine lifted as you come into this twist. This way we're getting a good full rotation of the spine from hips to shoulders. Inhale, arms lift overhead, and we're just going to change sides. So as you breathe out, we move to the left, bringing that right arm across. Now I want to try and lengthen that arm from your shoulder to wrist. Breathe in, lifting the body, and then turning to our left. So coming into that full body rotation once more. And then gently bring it back to center. I'm going to pop the blocks out. Just going to scoop my butt back down onto the mat. Let's lengthen the legs out, release a little bit. Now from here, let's just pick up the feet. They're going to be about hip distance apart. We're going to bring the hands back so that it's supporting us as we hold our upper body in place. And then we're just going to slowly windshield wiper those legs from side to side. Again, releasing through the hips. Spending so much time, probably much more time seated than we normally do. And anything and everything to just release that tension. Because as those hip flexors get tight, that's also a cause for lower back problems. When we're not being supported, and a lot of our chairs are not necessarily the most supportive chairs to us, which means that we're not sitting in them properly. Those can also cause some back issues as well. One more time to each side. Let's bring them back up to the center. Stretch the legs out. Take a nice breath in. Exhale, we're just going to come forward a little bit. So I want you to just flex the feet. So this stretch is not super long right here because I want us to feel more of the activation on the bottoms of the legs. Flexing the feet will do that. So breathe in. Exhale, see if you can inch it forward. Again, core is supporting that lower back. So keeping that engaged as we do this. Maybe as you breathe out again, we move it forward again slightly. It's not about a big move. One more breath here. And as we inhale, we're going to slowly roll up. Slide that left foot in, somewhere along the inside of the leg. I want you to take a big breath in, reach up. Now what we're going to do next, again, it's a minor twist, but we're going to take both hands across to the outside of your right leg. You can stay high once again. If you've got a strap, we can toss it around the bottom of your foot. And then we're just going to gently draw our hands to the outside so we start to feel ourselves come across. And then we begin to play with it. So using your exhales to just start to ease your body forward and across. Stopping and staying where you need to for as long as you need to. Two more breaths here. Last time. And as you breathe in, we're just going to gently release that. Come on up. Extend the left leg and bring the right one in. So you're just going to pull the sits bones back a little bit so we have more of a natural hinge coming so that we can come forward. Then we're going to reach the arms up above. Big breath in. As we exhale, we're going to reach across to the outside of that left leg. Now again, starting high here. As you exhale, use your hands to just gently press into the legs so that we can come forward. And honoring our bodies where they're going to go this morning by just taking our time with this. Stopping where we need to and staying as long as we need to. One more breath here. Exhale. And as we begin our inhale, we're just going to come back up to seated. Nice. Release the feet. Just check it out a little bit. We're going to come lengthways on our mat if you're not there already. Let the hands come behind the thighs, and we're going to roll back. Now from here, I just want you to keep the legs bent, but I want you to drop the knees towards each other. And walk. You can walk the feet out a little bit farther. Just giving it a gentle support, and then just tuck that tailbone under slightly. I want you to open the arms wide. So palms are facing up here. We begin to allow our lower back to release, or upper back to release it. Let your shoulders begin to sink into the mat. Take a few relaxing breaths right here. And if you'd like, you can just start to circle those arms overhead or stay where you are. If it's too much to bring it overhead, then keep them out to the side. If you have shoulder issues, this may be very uncomfortable, and that's not where we want to be. One more breath with the arms extended. And as you're ready, you're going to just slowly create a big snow angel as they come down. Let them come by your sides, palms still facing up. We're going to walk the feet in and then just begin to extend them along the mat. So as we come into relaxation for the next few moments, if you want to grab your blanket, if you want to put your socks on, this is the next few moments are just going to be some quiet time. So we've gently eased into it, allowing our body to start to unwind, and then we get to continue. So the eyes close, the breath gets quieter, the legs relax and probably fall open naturally, palms opened up to the sky. Just breathe. inspire. Instead of letting your hardships and failures discourage or exhaust you, let them inspire you. Michelle Obama. What are you learning right now? Is it to be more patient, more kind, or more present? Are you loving yourself through your failures and struggles right now? Or are you punishing yourself for doing it wrong? Let's take every hardship and know that we are being tempered like steel. On either side of this journey, commit to be stronger, more resilient, and shiny, like a well-honed sword that is strengthened in the heat of the fire. As your breath comes in this time, just give it a nice inhale, opening through the chest. Slow breath release. Whether it's through the nose or through the mouth, whatever feels right. Breathe in again. And let it go. As you're breathing, you can start to gently move the fingers and toes to draw some energy down there. So all the way to the ends. And if you'd like, with a bigger breath, those arms can sweep overhead, stretching so you have a full body stretch that goes from fingertips to toes. Exhaling, those arms come forward, and if you'd like, bring knees into chest to give yourself a huge hug. You can gently rock from side to side, or just roll over onto your right side for a couple of breaths. And as you're ready, we'll just ease our way back up to a seated position. Take a nice breath right here. Let it go. This breath, we're going to take our hands, reaching up to the sky together, and palms press as they meet. Exhale, gently lowering them back to our hearts as we connect before we go. I want to just say thank you for coming in and starting your day with me, or whenever you do this. Look forward to seeing you all very, very soon. And until next time, I wish you namaste. Thank you. Have a fabulous Thursday. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys so soon.